Have you ever wondered if there's a way to access a higher level of insight and understanding? Throughout history, many spiritual traditions have spoken of reaching elevated states of consciousness, but the path to experiencing this profound wisdom may seem unclear or out of reach. What if I told you that there's a powerful concept that could hold the key to unlocking this divine knowledge within yourself? In this video, we'll explore a fascinating idea known as the 33rd degree and how it relates to accessing the deepest truths of the universe. Now, you might be thinking, isn't the 33rd degree something from Freemasonry? While it's true that Freemasonry does have a 33rd degree, the concept we're discussing here goes beyond any specific organization or tradition. The 33rd degree we're talking about is a symbol, a representation of achieving an exalted state of spiritual realization. It's not about joining a secret society or climbing the ranks of an esoteric order. Rather, it's a level of consciousness that we can all strive towards through our own personal and spiritual growth. So how do we begin to access this divine wisdom? The first step is to understand that this wisdom comes from within ourselves, not from any external source. We all have an innate connection to a higher intelligence, a universal truth that underlies all of reality. The key is learning how to tap into this inner knowing and allow it to guide us in our lives. One of the most fundamental ways to start accessing this wisdom is by raising our own personal vibration or frequency. This isn't about some new age pseudoscience. It's a concept that's been recognized in many spiritual traditions for centuries. The idea is that everything in the universe, including our own consciousness, vibrates at a certain frequency. The higher our frequency, the more aligned we become with universal truth, and the more receptive we are to divine wisdom. So how do we raise our vibration? There are many practices and techniques that can help, such as meditation, mindfulness, and living a life of virtue and purpose. By quieting the mind and cultivating inner peace, we create the conditions for wisdom to arise spontaneously from within. As we begin to elevate our consciousness in this way, we start to see beyond the illusions of separation that normally cloud our perception. We begin to recognize that, at the deepest level, we are all interconnected, and that there is a unity and oneness to all of existence. This realization is a hallmark of the 33rd degree, a profound understanding of the interrelatedness of all things. When we tap into this state of universal understanding, we align ourselves with the fundamental spiritual truths and principles that govern reality. These aren't dogmas or beliefs, but rather self-evident realities that become clear as our consciousness expands. At this level of realization, we begin to see that we are not separate from the divine, but rather expressions of it. The wisdom and knowledge we seek doesn't come from outside ourselves, but from the very core of our being. This is what's meant by unlocking inner knowing, remembering the truth of who and what we really are. As we continue to walk the path of spiritual growth and transformation, we develop what could be called spiritual sight. This isn't about having psychic visions or supernatural powers, but rather a refined perception that allows us to see the deeper meaning and purpose behind all things, even life's challenges and obstacles. With this expanded awareness, we navigate life with greater wisdom, grace, and understanding. We stop reacting blindly to circumstances and instead respond with intuitive intelligence, seeing opportunities for growth and learning where others may only see problems. But the 33rd degree isn't just about what we can receive, it's also about what we can give. As we increasingly align with divine wisdom, we naturally feel called to share this understanding with others. We become clear channels for this higher knowledge to flow through us and out into the world. This isn't about preaching or proselytizing. True wisdom speaks for itself and inspires by example. By embodying the truths we have come to know, we effortlessly radiate a light of understanding that encourages others to seek this wisdom within themselves. In this way, the 33rd degree comes with a profound responsibility to use our wisdom in service of something greater than ourselves. This path of selfless service and humility is perhaps the most important aspect of attaining true wisdom. It's not about personal gain or glorification of the ego, but about uplifting and supporting others on their own journeys of growth and realization. As we continue to walk this path, the boundaries of separation continue to dissolve. We begin to see that teacher and student, giver and receiver, are just roles in an infinitely wise cosmic dance. We are all both pupils and masters, here to learn and to share what we have learned. Ultimately, the 33rd degree symbolizes the pinnacle of human potential, the realization of our true nature as awakened, divinely wise beings. This isn't some far-off goal or unattainable ideal, but a living reality that we can all aspire to in every moment. The path to this exalted state is not always easy. It requires dedication, purification, and consistent practice. We must be willing to face our shadows, to overcome our limitations, and to let go of all that no longer serves our highest good. But the rewards of this path are beyond measure. As we increasingly align with divine wisdom, we tap into an inexhaustible source of inner peace, joy, and understanding. We become living embodiments of the truths we have come to know, radiating this wisdom into every aspect of our lives. This is the invitation of the 33rd degree, to recognize and actualize our deepest potential as spiritually awakened beings. It's a journey of ever-unfolding realization, one that continues to deepen and expand over the course of a lifetime. So wherever you find yourself on this path, know that the divine wisdom you seek is always available to you. It's not something that can be bestowed from outside, but an eternal truth that already rests at the very core of your being. The key is to cultivate the conditions that allow this wisdom to surface through practices of mindfulness, compassion, and inner exploration. By committing to your own spiritual growth and transformation, you open the doorway to a level of understanding beyond the confines of the conditioned mind. This is the path of the 33rd degree, the path of awakening to our true nature as expressions of infinite wisdom and unconditional love. It's a path that is open to all who sincerely seek it, regardless of background or belief. As we each walk this path in our own unique way, we contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. We become beacons of light in a world that is so often shrouded in darkness, inspiring others to seek out the divine wisdom within themselves. So if you feel the call to embark on this journey of spiritual discovery, trust that inner guidance. Follow the path of wisdom wherever it may lead you. Embrace the challenges and transformations that arise along the way, knowing that each step is an opportunity for greater growth and realization. In time, you may find that the 33rd degree is not some distant goal to attain, but a living reality that is already present within you. May you come to know the profound peace, joy, and understanding of this exalted state. May you recognize your own divinity, and in doing so, help awaken the divine wisdom in all beings. This is the invitation of the 33rd degree. The path is before you. The wisdom is within you. The only question is, are you ready to answer the call?